Hi guys, this is the albeit 2015 from the future. You're here. You're here. So this is a little disclaimer we're putting in front of this and our other or or first film reel videos. So this was a screw up on our part. Now, before anyone says anything, yes, we are aware of the fact that the image that we use for the background found for the video is AI generated. We were completely unaware of such. Going forward in the future, this will be the thumbnail that we are that the thumbnail and background that we use the use the thumbnail that you are seeing for this and the other video. This is how it's supposed to be. I would have spent time editing together, but it would have been a massive hassle, and I hope you all understand. So this is just a bit disclaimer to let you know that we do not support the use of AI art for our content, and we fully support our actual artists and such like that. This was just a small screw up on our part, and it will happen again. And with that in mind, that concludes this little disclaimer. So please enjoy the video. Have a nice day. Hi everybody, and welcome to another edition of the TGCO film reels. Yeah!
Oh, yeah! Oh, there we go. There we go. I was worried that my microphone, my front speakers,
Yes,
on my laptop, voice up.
Introductions, of course, in order, starting from top to bottom. We of course have our gauging outlaw, Flutter Guy 98.
Lock and load, outlaws.
Our silent outlaw, YGM.
Hello.
Our wandering ring outlaw, KR36.
Howdy, everybody.
Our special guest is the Red Disney Maniac, RedRob, which, let me quickly reorganize the images is on the fucking thing real quick. Okay.
Oh, yeah, in OBS, yeah.
Yeah.
Reactive on OBS,
Yeah. Okay.
Well, apologies for slightly lifting the veil.
Yeah. Folks, we're still trying to make this work. Anyway, and finally,
we're still trying to like ease into our new name. How we do and our new routine of doing things, and our new format of recording. Anyway,
yes.
Too much.
And finally, there is of course me, your game master outlaw, the albeit 2016. Which okay, let me just reorganize everyone over here.
So that reminds me.
Let's push everyone to the side a little bit, just a little bit. There we go. Okay.
But yeah, TL, at least you, YGM, you can do this on your own time. You can do this whenever you decide to, but you two need to change your statuses to reflect that we've.
Yes, of course. Anyway. Now then, if RedRob is here, it must mean it's time for us to look at something Disney related. And you know what? You're absolutely right! Because, as you all know, recently on Disney Plus,
as of last week, or as of last week by tomorrow,
Disney dropped a recorded version of a musical, that being Frozen. And which no, I'm not bitter about the fact they didn't bother trying to make a recorded version of the musical.
I just realized, yeah. YGM, god damn it, hold on.
Oh right, that's right.
Oh,
honest mistake.
We're so used to using only one VC.
Yeah.
But
honest mistake. Anyway,
but
yes,
yes.
Something else to get used to.
Yeah. Okay.
Time.
But yeah. Disney released a recorded version of the Frozen musical, which no, I'm not bitter about the fact that they fucking did that, but didn't bother to do a recorded version of the Aladdin musical, or the Nightmare Before Christmas musical that was done for charity. No. Why would you ask that?
Actually, they are planning on doing the pre-recorded version for the Aladdin musical. So
wait. You mean the one with Jonathan?
The Broadway version.
You mean the one that has Jonathan Freeman and James Monroe Iglehart?
Yes.
Oh, goody! I love. I've always wanted to see that one.
And you know what?
Oh.
Considering we're no longer tethered to anniversaries, why not, as a means to commemorate that, we look at Return of Jafar. Return of Jafar.
Ooh, I like that idea. Anyway, but that's not what we're here to. That's not what we're here to talk about.
His voice actor's in the cast, so reprising his role.
I love the fact that in every fucking appearance Jafar has, John Freeman just jumps at the opportunity to voice him again.
Oh yeah.
That makes it clear that he really that he really enjoys that character. That he
really loves being paid by Disney. Could be both.
Or that he just likes voicing villains.
Could be.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I have heard a lot of actors say that they find villains to be more interesting than heroes.
Fair enough. Anyway, we're getting on a topic. To commemorate the release of the Frozen musical, which yes, we will be looking at that at some point, because we're looking at this film.
Probably likely before we riff Frozen 2.
Yeah. In honor of that, we are going to be looking at. Come on, Grid. Frozen.
Surprised you didn't make your initial joke that you.
Right. Oh.
Moments passed.
Yeah. Okay. So to explain that, folks, when I basically was finding this off of that site that we will not tell you the name of, because if you know, you know. Oh, I found a torrent for a different Frozen, one from 2015.
2010, rather.
Yeah, from 2010.
A horror movie from 2010.
Wait,
I was just about to mention that one. I was going to say, I love that thriller movie.
Wait, it's a horror film?
Yeah.
It's a psychological thriller of people being stuck in
what I can gather from the gauging from the poster, it's a horror film.
Yeah, it's about a group of friends being stranded in a chairlift.
Weird that you title a horror film that, but you do you.
Yeah, they're stuck in a chairlift, and below them are hungry wolves.
So there's no weird, wacky serial killer or anything that's trying to kill them. They're just trying to survive the wild.
Yeah, because they're stuck up.
Wait! No! I see what the setting is. They're at a ski resort.
Oh, that's boring.
As soon as KR said chairlift, I was like, oh, that clued me in. I was like, oh, it's set at a ski resort.
Yeah, that's boring.
Or at a ski lot, at a ski resort and sled lodge.
Yeah, it's a case of you either die by the wolves or die by the cold. It's one of those movies.
Oh yeah, and that sounds boring.
Yeah. You get eaten alive or succumb to hypothermia.
Anywho, but yeah, folks, Frozen. Now this film is rather infamous, mainly for the fact that.
Well, the right word to use here would be divisive.
Well, okay.
Extremely.
So let's hop in the Wayback Machine. folks. So,
Yeah.
okay, here's the deal, folks. This came out in about 2013.
2013.
And by this time, Disney had not exactly had many good films.
At best, their films were okay.
They're
Like
starting
you'll
to get
find some good
traction.
ones. Like Tangled was enjoyed, but it was not the hit they were looking for.
Yeah, the bottom line is...
yeah, it got a TV show, but...
The bottom line is that none of these films were striking gold like Disney would want. Then Frozen came out, and to say that it was a juggernaut success would be a fucking understatement.
Yeah. This is so big that it ended up propelling the composers of the soundtrack into the MCU through WandaVision.
Oh, what?
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
How fascinating. Anyway, but yeah. So, the thing is this is a very well-known film, but the thing was, though, well, due to how much it was hyped up and marketed, people were divisive on it. Some people either defended it or they outright hated it.
Yeah. Which, I will say this. I've seen this film once before. It is nowhere near as bad as people make it out to be.
No,
Nor it
not
was
really.
That anyone would say it to be either.
People that are analyzing this in a more derisive light are more over exaggerating than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing you need to keep in mind, people, is now the thing is to understand how popular this film was. We're talking as good, and people heralded it as good as the...
Yeah. The marketing for this film reached Lion King levels.
Yes, Lion King levels.
Which, mind you, that's a level of popularity in terms of marketing that a Disney film hadn't reached in nearly 2 decades at the time.
Yep. Now, and the thing is, back then, I was of the camp of people who loved this film. I remember watching it, and I thought, this has the same sort of vibe of the classic Disney Renaissance film. I rather enjoyed it.
It really does, aside from an aspect that we will get to when we get to it.
Yes. But it has been
over a decade.
It has been over a decade, and films that are both better and worse have come out since then and under the Disney umbrella. So, yeah. So the big question is this: is it still as good as people say? Will say it is.
Does this film still hold up throughout the passage of time?
Or is this a case of it was only good for its time? Well,
or if this is a case of it being a product of its time, like a film like, for example, Sword in the Stone.
Yeah.
So
or go ahead.
So yeah, let's find out if that is. But we will be doing that after we do our classic chaos control, because we need to do our intermission thing where we basically all go use the bathroom and such before, or we probably record the movie. Chaos, hit the button.
Chaos control.
And to the power of editing, we are back. Now then.
Thankfully, Frank came back to push the button this time.
Yes. Now, remember, people, tonight's forecast. A freeze is coming.
I knew this joke would pop up.
What's the matter, RedRob? Can you be cool?
Yeah.
All right, deal. Chill.
Okay. Enough.
Yeah,
Allow me
moving
to break
on.
the ice.
3 Arnold Mr. Freeze jokes is already enough.
Anyway,
Do
let's
I hear 5?
save the Arnold impressions for later in the month.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Which we still do have plans for that, folks. Don't worry.
Anyway, moving on.
I'm sorry, I must have flipped in Brother Bear by mistake.
I've actually never seen either of those movies.
Really?
First one's all right. Second one is meh.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I was
mean-
more of a Disney Renaissance and Pixar kid when I was growing up.
No, that's fine. But I think the first one's actually okay at best because even though the first and ending, well, the first half and the third half is basically
First
where
act
people say that it's
third
all
act.
good, but I
First and
think
third act.
everything's good. Yeah. I wonder if this chorus could sing "Food, Glorious Food."
I understood that reference.
But yeah,
Oh, look,
this
it's
here is the music and the lyrics were all composed by a duo of Anderson Lopez. They're husband and wife, and they
And
previously
Anderson
worked with Disney before, which they did a project together with Winnie the Pooh, the 2011 version, where and the wife actually voiced Kanga in the movie. So, and thanks to their contribution, they get to do music for this movie.
Yeah.
also, I just noticed that one snowflake had a bunch of who's in it, but that's not a movie we're watching right now.
No.
Oh, it's the Illumination Glitch. Snack.
Also, yes, this is a Disney film that cuts to the chase when it comes to musical numbers. With Frozen Heart.
Gasp! A Disney film that starts off with a musical immediately at the start. Heart in 2013. What witchcraft is this?
Yeah, a modern Disney musical.
Yeah.
A modern musical Disney film that actually starts with a musical number.
No. That's for later. That's for later, guys. When a queen sings it.
Also, remember this. It'll be important considering a character we will be meeting at one point in the film.
And dig,
Also,
and dig, and diggity dig.
Also, the Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale that this film is taking inspiration from is the Snowflake. Because Disney has a penchant for doing that, for using his work at his bibliography as his collection of works as inspiration for a lot of their films.
I
Specifically,
don't know
their
what's happening in there. Aurora Borealis.
Also,
How I see it now.
I have a
young
special.
Kristoff is voiced by Tyree Brown.
And here we come to our two protagonists.
To our protagonist and deuteragonist themselves, Anna and Elsa. The young versions being voiced by 5-year-old Anna and 8-year-old Elsa, being voiced by Livy Stubenrausch and Ava Pella.
She's at the thing. She's at the thing.
Yeah. Also, I have a joke to make when we get to a specific part. When we get to that musical number.
Also,
and DL, I'm pretty sure Kind of a weirdo. Also, DL, I'm pretty sure you'll appreciate the joke, and hell, you might actually know what joke I'm thinking of.
I have a special joke prepared as well.
Also, happy birthday, Olaf. Also, you guys better
Also, this is so damn fucking wholesome.
Right.
Also, speaking of Olaf, hello.
Wow. Also,
Slow.
which makes what's about to happen all the more heartbreaking.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoops.
This was the spark that caused them to drift apart as siblings. A simple little accident that, as a result, caused Elsa's powers to end up going out of control in the castle.
I do like the fact that the parents aren't too harsh on Elsa for this. They know it was an accident.
Yeah, that they're understanding.
Wait. They're going to fight trolls? Oh my god!
No.
Can't necessarily find a VA for. Oh, King Agnar of Arendelle is voiced by Maurice LaMarche.
Maurice LaMarche?
Ah, brain.
Yeah.
Maurice LaMarche?
Holy
As in, brain Maurice LaMarche?
Yes.
Say, Brain, what we gotta do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to plan a coup. Try to execute a coup on Arendelle.
Yes.
Oh, one of the trolls. Yeah. Or actually, Grand Pabby, the Troll King, voiced by Kieran Hine. Which, considering how caustic this could prove to be for Arendelle, Pabby has a point. He's more thinking about the outlook of the community that he happens to rule part of.
I can hear his voice in it now.
Yep.
Yes, always.
Oh, she can't talk to people. That's how do I put this? Not the best in terms of mental health.
No, it's not. Oh, wait. It's a song.
Papa, can you hear me?
Nobody fucking noticed.
Too sweet, Dale.
Too sweet. I was thinking
I knew
the same thing.
Great minds think alike. Yeah, closeting someone off like this. No, you don't do that.
The thing is,
it is a 50-50 problem. Like,
yeah, it's a two-sided problem.
Like, suppress your emotions.
Yeah,
Which...
suppressing emotion. Yeah. 12-year-old or 9-year-old Anna, voiced by Agatha Lee Mon. Is voiced by Agatha Lee Mon. while 12-year-old Elsa is voiced by Spencer Lacey Gannis.
Ah, here we have the final incarnation.
And now we're in real time.
Now, here's the. Now, this is never outright confirmed, but according to fan theories and speculation, they believe that what happened was the king and queen were off to go see the coronation, and for I'm trying to remember, for Rapunzel's coronation entangled.
Considering what
the Pixar theory
cameo later.
Oh, the Pixar theory.
Yeah.
There's also like there was another theory that there was the other theory that that ship Ariel would visit, and they would be Tarzan's parents. So that one is just for fun. I know that's not really true.
Yeah,
that's
that was just
for
that was
fun.
just pure speculation.
Honestly, I can more see the tangled old theory.
Yeah, same here because of how close proximity Arendelle and Corona are.
Plus, well, both of them have the same animation style.
Yeah, but yeah.
Mhm.
Present Anna and Elsa are voiced by Kristen Bell. Yes. Wicked Glinda and Idina Menzel. Broadway Glinda in Wicked, and Idina Menzel, Broadway Elphaba.
Irony.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, why can Elsa visit the Xavier School of Gifted Youngsters? She would be an excellent member of the X-Men.
Wait.
We already have that. Her name's Emma Frost.
I was going to say. So you're saying so you're saying she'll be a white queen? Oh no, wait, we already have that.
Yeah, that's Emma Frost.
Oh wait,
Emma Frost.
That's racist.
That's awesome.
It's white like snow. YGM.
In a special, you want to know who they got to voice a character that Olaf interacts with?
Who?
Oh, I don't know. A certain agent of chaos who likes to fuck with captains of a certain spaceship. Yes, John Delancey. But yeah. President Kristoff is voiced by Jonathan Groff. And the Duke of Weselton is voiced by Alan Tudyk.
Since Kristoff is Jonathan Groff, he is AKA the King George from the Hamilton musical.
Oh, we're meeting
Charles
Xavier.
Oh hey, look.
McAvoy or Stewart?
Oh hey, look.
These timelines are so confusing.
Hey, look. It's everyone's mood on Mondays.
Yeah, pretty much.
I get that people say that she looks like Rogue with that hairstyle.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. Just looks raggedy.
Rogue has naturally curly hair. Furthermore, her hair is entirely orange. There isn't a streak of white in it. To further that, the only incarnation that is white-haired is Evolution Rogue. First time.
Good night, everybody.
Forever. Yeah.
I want to mess with those little knights. I hear some asshole voiced by shit, I'm trying to remember the name of the actor. The actor for Kirk from the newer films.
Oh, Chris Pine.
Chris Pine. Yeah, yes. I hear some asshole voiced by Chris Pine. Pine's gonna do a musical number with those knights. I wouldn't mess with them too much, Anna.
Yeah. That
Was
or
that
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yes, it was.
I'm legitimately surprised that I caught on to that, considering I haven't seen Wish.
She wants to meet Neo?
God damn it. Also, non
I think she
sequitur
wants
would
to
have
be
been
Jet
bad
Li.
news.
What?
Toei's apparently mass purged the Internet Archive of various items saved there, mostly old series and the like. Which
Yeah,
is
I did hear about that.
illegal due to the fact that the Internet Archive is a non-profit organization meant for preservation of media.
Oh boy, that ain't good.
No shit.
And yes, those paintings were real if you keep an eye on most of them, especially the one with the swing right about now.
And a prelude to what would be the big song of the movie.
Yes.
But also a neat contrast between the two.
Oh, yeah.
Anna's singing is very cheerful and excitement.
Yeah,
Whereas Elsa's is more...
Anna's optimistic, while due to how forcibly closeted Elsa is, she's turned into like this.
Also,
oh, here we go. There she is.
Rapunzel
Royal.
cameo.
There they were.
Oh, yeah, Rapunzel cameo.
And Flynn.
Which reinforces the theory that that King which reinforces the theory that that King Agnar was traveling
Also-
to their
also-
to their coronation.
also, real quick, wait, one thing I have to point out, Legasp, a Disney princess actually trying, elevating to a full-on queen? Witchcraft!
Yeah, them actually acknowledging.
Oh, it's you. Hi.
Hi, Hans. Yeah, voiced by Santino Fontana.
Also, Hans is here to pump you up.
Oh,
I mean, I wouldn't make that joke considering what's revealed of him later on, but
we'll get to that later. And I even have a horse, just like that one guy. I'm definitely trustworthy.
God damn it! I never noticed that coincidence with him and Gaston.
No. I was talking about Flynn.
Oh, Flynn, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. They did reuse the animation model for that thing.
It's a similar design.
Reuse the animation model for. I know Flynn's horse does have a name.
Though it's not technically Flynn's horse, it's the horse that was after him. But would later help him out.
I will say their chemistry is cute, and it's awkward, but it's very typical Disney stuff.
His real name is Eugene. I'm not looking for his name. I'm looking for the horse that was after him's name.
Oh yeah.
Hell, that isn't even his like legal name. His legal name's Horace.
Maximus, thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, Maximus.
Thank you.
Yeah, they did reuse the Maximus's animation model. Son of a bitch.
Ooh,
It just looks similar.
Pretty
Just
tiara.
similar models. Similarly designed models.
That's also the face he made at the end.
Also,
That's the things
here's
I'm gonna
something-
do.
here's something I have to ask her. Why does she have to take off the gloves? Like hypothetically speaking, what if the person of royalty has scars underneath them? You don't want your subject to see that shit. I get for the sake of the plot why that is. But still, though, logically, it doesn't make too much sense.
Yeah, thinking from a logical standpoint, it doesn't really fit. Also, but yeah, them actually playing with actually acknowledging the hierarchy of like the succession, the line of succession of a monarchical line of succession. Ugh.
And the two finally
see each other after
being
so many
close.
years.
Yeah, see each other after half their life, effectively.
Being secluded from each other.
After being secluded from each other for half their lives. Even if Anna's, even if there's a 3-year age gap between the two.
Social activity. Did you say
both
chocolate?
but women who Weevil Town.
That running gag with the Duke of Wesselton. And naturally, he's wearing a toupee.
A horrible toupee does. Hey, at that.
Yes.
I can hear Alan Tudyk's voice in this.
His last name is pronounced Tudyk.
Tudyk, yeah.
Also, that's his second modern Disney voice after King Candy / Turbo.
No. I think they call you the little Dipper because of how there's a thing in your pants you're clearly compensating for. Oh.
Yeah, because of how small your sextant is.
Who told you about that? Was it him? Me? I'm just a poor, normal gentleman, Hans. Boop.
Good thing he's not a terrorist.
Also, honestly, if I were
Wait.
to ship anyone with Anna, it'd have to be Kristoff.
Well, of course, that's what the film does anyway.
Exactly, since I'm one for supporting canon ships over crack ships.
Unless that canon ship is originally dog crap. Rappin doesn't really make much sense. Seems like it's just there to please the fans. Bumblebee. Sorry, I had something in my throat.
Also, Daigo and Amy.
12 older brothers? Wow, that seems unlucky.
Also, you'd think that they would that if they really wanted to go with spoilers for this decade or old.
Spoilers for a slightly over decade-long movie.
But yeah, Han's secretly evil. I'm shocked about the fact that his being neglected and such wouldn't motivate him to do the horrible things he does. Like,
be a font of inspiration for his modus operandi. Love is an open door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because good parents shouldn't neglect their kids.
he's a neglected child.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure that neglect is something that'd lead someone, be it fictional or an actual person, would 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 beget.
There's one idea they could have done that.
Would beget them committing atrocities such as the ones that Hans does.
There is one idea I just thought of, but it's a case of, this idea kind of already is done by another villain that came years later.
Which is?
Basically talk about the ambition of reaching your goal.
That wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, it really wouldn't have. It really wouldn't have.
I will. For Hans, I want to make this joke. Nice shirt. I have 2 of them myself.
Also, immediate red flag with him immediately electing to propose to her.
You guys literally just met.
But we stayed together. That's like a whole montage in one song.
Also, considering the fact that we have a technical montage of actions and a musical number. No, it wasn't a montage. There's no montages or bereft dialogue. Never went.
Yep.
Also, marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today.
Sadly, it does not work that way since they're not. Well, they're just engaged, but not in a wedding yet. But I get the joke.
I haven't had to do this with you specifically, RedRob, but in the words of Joker from Mad Love, if you have to explain the joke, then there is, or if you have to explain the reference, then there is no reference.
Uh-oh.
I will say this. I like the idea they present in this. Anna represents the old guard that basically believes in true love and all that crap, while Elsa is the more realistic one. One who believes in the modern stories about.
Hell, that's made evidently clear by what they establish in Frozen 2 with her in terms of love.
It does, actually. One wrong move and she'll defy gravity.
Uh-oh!
I understood that reference.
Oh, crap.
Oh, fuck.
Witchcraft.
I'm sorry. Is this the Duke of Weselton or Count Frollo?
I think so.
Minus the fact that he wanted to fuck the female lead. No, I'm not kidding, YGM. That's effectively what his motivation and what Count Frollo's motivation, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, boils down to. He wants to fuck Esmeralda.
Like, I think she's cool. She's hot, and if she's not mine, she'll burn.
Uh-oh.
Not to mention, he's very much in the same vein of Gaston in terms of a villain.
Different.
Yeah, this is why I very much enjoy content such as this. It promotes the message of being weird shouldn't be looked down upon, or not being exactly neurotypical in terms of like how is what is looked down upon rather than generally accepted.
Yeah. Especially since this is basically a sympathetic light version of the Ice Queen story.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I mentioned that was the
I mean, it'd be a real shame if in the same year or a year or so later that Disney decided to migrate that character to a live action series and then decided to make her the fucking villain for a season. That'd just be silly.
Wait, what?
Ever After.
No. No,
not ever after.
Once
It
Upon
was like a different
Once
story.
Upon a Time.
Yeah, that
one. Oh yeah, the episode of Once Upon a Time that adapts the Snow Queen.
Yep.
And I think, if I remember, they tried making her Elsa's mom, like
When
her real mom.
That's when that isn't how you write a live action role.
Which ended up just being non-canonical.
Yeah, that's honestly not how you write a live action role that's meant to lampshade hang an already produced and well known work.
Also, I love the fact that immediately Anna there's, you know what?
Anna's trepidatious.
Yeah.
Of Hans. Because, as the saying goes, blood runs thicker than water.
And also the fact that Anna realizes that this is her mistake. She has to go fix this, and not only that, Elsa didn't mean to hurt anybody. And
like she keeps trying to tell everyone, but they just don't want to listen for whatever reason. It was purely an accident.
It's time.
Plain and simple.
It's time for the song.
Yep.
Now for the song everybody knows from this goddamn film. And okay, for as overused as the song is, it's the best one in the film.
It is.
Also, correction on my part, grandmother, more or less.
But yeah,
Ingrid was the grandma.
In all honesty, you should have just had Adina play a random background character.
Anyway, but still.
Okay, aunts, but still, yeah, whatever.
But still, though.
Hans.
Especially since there's too many.
Yeah.
Since there's too many covers to count, thanks to this song, but the only one that pops into my head is Brian Hall's cover of the song by using like impressions to sing this song.
That's honestly pretty creative.
Another thing I remember is when they adapted this into Kingdom Hearts, they actually recreated all the footage.
They recreated it 1-to-1 effectively, which I like. Well, a lot of people tend to deride that. That's honestly dedication to the fact that you're adapting.
I think it's the fact they shoved Donald and Goofy and Sora into the whole thing is what bother people.
Oh yeah, and that it should have just been a cutscene that recreates the musical number. That solely recreates the musical number.
Yeah.
I think they should have had a mini game or something. Like,
good thing I get to see that cutscene thanks to Kingdom Hearts 3.
But it was a level that suffered from just adapting the whole movie with just them in the background, them on the side.
Yeah, that was and honestly, from what I've heard, Arendelle's the weakest level in the game.
I do hope that in future for Kingdom Hearts games they take more pages from Toy Box, San Fran, Tokyo, and fucking Monsters Inc.'s world when it comes to the plot. Make your own story and integrate a Donald, Sora, and Goofy into it.
Yeah. Be more inventive with an established world.
I do recall there was a theory that they actually were planning to make the Frozen level its own story, but Disney told them no, just adapt the movie. But that was because by that time they were already working on Frozen 2. And anything in between would have probably contradicted it.
I could somewhat see that. Still, though, it's a little bit. It's still a little bit. It's ignorant of them.
Okay.
Because I think they even did the same thing with Tangled.
In the sequel, I still like the original. For
also,
her dress. It makes her look like
outfit is her best.
Yeah. Also, can I just say that?
Well, yes, I understand what they were trying to do with giving her a different outfit, considering, this is a different story. There are different stories between each film. Her outfit is very much symbolic in terms of the color they use. It's meant to reflect her powers.
Yeah.
Also, since I haven't been able to say it yet, Elsa in an outfit. Wow. And before anyone said anything, unlike other Disney princesses, she is
She's
legal.
canonically 21.
Yeah, you can actually buy her a drink.
Yeah. Hell, for fuck's sake, Anna's 18.
Yeah, they're both yeah.
They're both
It's
legal.
like that one line from
They have established ages.
Also
that way.
Also, in the words of the stream Ghostbusters, wow, she's legal.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Yeah, we need to make that one of our new buttons at one point.
Seems a little too situational.
Yeah, fair enough.
At best, it's just like use once and then bam.
Yeah, just quote it once. Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, because we need something to replace them. Oh, Wandering Oaken's trading post. Yeah, we need to figure something to replace YGM and Sentai's former intro buttons. Oaken, voiced by Chris Williams. Which, not his first Disney role. So here's the thing. This is a case of them using an actual staff member who worked at Disney at the time to add to their voice cast. But yeah, that is the director. He is most known as the director and as the writer and director for Bolt, and the director of Big Hero 6, as well as the writer, as well as later going on to write Moana. Which I appreciate how they represent the fact that Arendelle is supposed to be supposed to be a representation of a European country. Based on the metric that they're adapting a work from Hans Christian Andersen, who, for those of you who don't know, was actually give me a sec. Who was Danish himself. Also, subtle, guys, naming your villain after the author of the book you're using as the inspiration for the adaptation, for the story of the film. Oh god, oh great.
Also, I just understood the reference.
God damn it, carry on.
He did get jazzed.
He did get peeled. Granted, it was with one arm, but still, when a peel is supposed to be two-handed, but still, anyway.
Also, people speculate that the person that they saw saw the seller speaking to, who might have been his husband.
Oaken,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
DL, pause real quick. RedRob dropped.
Oh
no, where'd RedRob go?
Might have been a misclick. Might have been a misclick or something. Either that or his Wi-Fi dropped.
Might have been a Wi-Fi drop.
Might have been a Wi-Fi drop.
Wait, hold on. Why are we pausing this? He's seen this film before.
Oh, yeah, he's seen this film before. Never mind. Anyway, moving on. That we've said that we're going to stop pausing. Welcome back, RedRob. What happened?
My phone is in my pocket and it actually changed to a different different VC. Sorry.
You accidentally manually dropped by having your phone in your pocket. Honest mistake.
Yeah, I got it.
Also, in the words of Big Mouse, what happened?
Also, so albeit uncredited, Sven's grunts and snorts are voiced by Frank.
Of course.
Yay, snacks!
Oh wait, hold on.
No snacks?
Did we go over Sven's voice actor?
Oh, I don't think so.
I just said that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh. What's up, Doc?
Yeah, I just mentioned that. Oh, Anna, if you only knew how wrong you were.
I mean, you never really know who you're dating
And
until, like...
Kristoff actually being the voice of reason here. It's less that he's not paying attention. You're not realizing how problematic that sounds. Thank you! Thank you, Kristoff.
Yes, he is!
Yes, he
What does it
fucking
mean?
is. That's
Wait,
a
hold on,
title.
They
Yes,
know what
it
they were talking
does.
about.
Have you?
I mean, you don't make the result jump from this movie.
I see that. Also, I see that Anna's not aware of the fact that foot size can be a quantification of a certain length, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Well, yes, we're not going to actually learn about Kristoff's heritage after Frozen Heart specifically.
I see someone watching us. Oh, crud, it's the fangirls! Run!
Also, considering we're dealing with wolves, engage.
Sentai Ringu.
Yes,
Clap your hands. I can't. Not in this condition. Huh, funny. I barely remember seeing the wolves.
Wow.
Would you say they're hungry like the wolf? And they're the hunting they're after you?
I understood that reference, DL.
Thank you.
Phew, that was close.
It's a sled, not a car.
There goes my gear.
I mean, considering what they just had, considering also RedRob, I get that you're riffing, but I mean, it works.
Also, gotta love the fact that they're showing in this film, the women in here are anything but damsel in distress.
Of strong female characters here.
Yep.
Yeah, Elsa and Anna are basically strong characters, despite seeming distressful for Anna.
She's not distressful. She's naive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's be fair. The only person she really talked to was like.
Is Olaf. Yeah, she talks to herself.
because of the whole.
Yes, they are, YGM.
Arendelle.
You said it. You said it.
Also, Arendelle.
Oh yeah, no credits. It's only a model.
Shh.
Also, yes, that little instant at the ball, at the coronation ceremony, or at the ball, was what caused Elsa's powers to go crazy, or to go out of control and freeze Arendelle solid. Excuse me. Well, it's either that. No. It was.
Hey, look!
It was no.
Hey, look!
No, it
It's
was,
nature's wind chimes.
pretty much. Oh, Olaf, voiced by Josh Gad. Also, 2 nickels.
Mm-hmm.
Considering we mentioned the fact that in the live action Beauty and the Beast, he played Gaston, or no, he played LeFou. Yeah, by mistake. Which I can't wait to see how he performs in Spaceballs 2.
Oh yeah, Olaf, a character you either really, really like or really, really despise.
Also, be thankful that we're not listening to the Japanese dub.
Why?
That annoying?
No, remember his original Seiyu got, and he ended up having to get recast because his original Seiyu got caught with coke.
Oh right.
And Japan is very drug averse.
Yeah. They're okay with
They're okay with
you know,
smoking, but not with recreational drug use of
Yeah.
any kind.
I was gonna say something else, but it's probably
That's
best
a
not to
weird
talk
double
about
standard.
Olaf
It
recreates a
is,
meme.
but considering how closed off Japan is alongside a lot of the world, are you really that surprised by GM?
No.
Yes. Yes, like I said. Yes, like I said, the snowman that Elsa built when she was a kid ended up gaining sentience when her powers went crazy.
Yeah.
When her powers got out of control, I should say.
And here it comes is one of my favorite songs. It does not top Let It Go, but it's still one of my favorites.
Your second favorite. It's a very close second, let's put it that way. In summary.
Olaf, you don't want to know what happens to snow in summer.
In fact, don't come to California.
You sweet little summer child.
Don't go to Florida.
No.
This is it's basically this.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, it's basically that.
No, better. Her suggestion.
Better analogy.
Don't come to Georgia. When's your
Also, Frosty the fuck? Seriously, look at him.
Huh? You're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that subversion with the lyrics. It's like
Oh, there is a line I like that.
Oh yeah, that bait and switch.
There is one line I like, but
one lyric.
Kind of lyric, but it's more like what they say later.
It's an actual line of
see what it is.
dialogue. It's an actual line of dialogue.
I'm gonna tell him.
Yes! I love that bit.
That moment's undergone quite a bit of a medic mutation over the years.
It's a fun line to use when you see someone getting into something and you're like, oh, I hope this character lives on and it has a happy ending. I'm gonna tell him.
Don't you dare.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It almost sounds like Jim
You're
Cummings,
firewood.
but no.
No, it isn't. Jim has a higher register of voice.
Oh my god, I just realized there was another opportunity they had when it came to Hans here.
Mm-hmm.
For finding Hans's character?
Yeah. You know what would have made more sense? And also, maybe he basically gets too used to being who having all of this power that he doesn't want to give it back.
He's too set in the lap of luxury.
Yeah, he's so used to having this much power and authority, he doesn't want to go back to just being a prince.
Oh yeah.
That would have made sense.
He actually properly wants to be king.
Especially since he's the 13th line in the throne.
He's on the lowest point in the line of succession. That's what you mean. That's what you mean.
Yes. Trust the man who is clearly untrustworthy to bring two men along to help you with dealing with Elsa. Brilliant idea there, Hans.
So, yeah. As we've established...
Look at that.
I love that line. Oh, look at that. I've been impaled.
Oh, look at that. I've been impaled.
And he doesn't need to scream for that.
Oh, he really did.
I got shot to the heart, and you're too late.
Stabbed, rather, but...
Stabbed to the heart. But am I too late? Hopefully I don't give love a bad name.
Well, also, yes. The whole icicles being as sharp as they are, that's scientifically accurate.
You mean your MySpace friends? Yes, my MySpace.
I love that punchline. She
Yeah,
barely even got up the mountain.
Up the mountain range itself, yeah. She barely even climbed.
This whole scene is very funny.
Let's kick some ice.
Also,
Oh,
yeah. Also,
Sven, don't try it.
yeah. Also, ice, baby.
God damn it.
I mean,
Dun 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 ba dum bum. Let's do this carefully. Don't be under pressure.
thank you. Someone who actually realizes that line of that
Open sesame.
Family intervention.
This is something that she has to settle privately.
5, 6, 7.
God, you two.
8, 9, 10. Oh, 10. Thank you. 11.
Also, the visuals look absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, Olaf, how far can you count up? 35.
different when she looks hot.
Yeah.
No. She just looks really cool.
No, but she
I
looks
feel like
gorgeous.
that's it.
Obviously, she looks gorgeous.
But remember her. What's cooler than being cool?
Ice
Ice
cold.
cold.
All right. Oh, that is such a fun song.
God damn it, Olaf.
Yeah,
He
nothing went
doesn't
wrong that
want to
time,
repeat the same.
right?
He doesn't want to repeat the same mistake as when they were kids. Also, apparently non sequitur, but apparently we have another case of lost media being found.
Oh, what is it this time?
The original pilot for Me and My Friends. You know the story. You know the concept that would. You know the concept that would later turn into Backyardigans.
Ah,
That's a name I've not heard in years.
also musical reprisal.
First time in. Yep. Reprise of. Reprise of. Uh. First time in forever. So, dear God, Adina's vocal range.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't go wrong with Idina Menzel's vocal cords.
Vocal range. No.
Deep snow. Shit. I mean snow.
Yes.
I love that.
This is where we get the duet's powerful moments, but of course, some more dramatic moments. Here we go.
Yeah.
Come on, it's time to be defying gravity. Oh wait, hold on. I got the wrong
Oh wait,
script.
wrong press. Oh wait, wrong universe. Which I honestly very much enjoy how they handle this. Elsa's legitimately terrified.
Yeah.
Uh-oh!
And yet she ends up forcing herself to close off just to not see the bigger picture going on.
And
Around her.
she struck the heart.
Which they set up as being difficult.
Wrong move.
You got another guy? Jeez, how many harems are you trying to get?
God damn it. Also, as the adage goes. Yeah, as the adage goes, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
And thus we meet the Yeti.
Or
Snowball.
He has a name known as no. That's his actual name was Marshmallow.
Marshmallow, right.
Voiced by Paul Briggs. Also, he isn't a Yeti, he's a snow monster.
Thank you.
Yetis have fur. Yetis are depicted with fur, like the Wampa.
I love how he basically acts as a bouncer.
Right? For the castle.
How
Or just one
rude.
snowball. Huh.
It's me up here.
Trailer shot!
Ice slide. Monster landing. And I don't have to worry about my news.
Also, oh, Also, hey, look, it's the boss from Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I wouldn't.
I said no. I meant.
Despite being
Also-
3D, the way the snow leaves off Kristoff is like a cartoon.
Yeah. Also, nice pun. Nice pun with Anna, considering she was counting.
I love this line. I love that line. Hey, we were
Yeah,
just
all
talking
good-
about you. All good things. All good things.
Come on, little bro.
He'll be fine.
I love this bit coming up.
Well, that would have gotten him a concussion.
Yeah.
Unless you're the diamond in the rough.
I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Yeah, those are the words you don't use if a guy say.
No.
Something like that. It's my reindeer.
Yeah, we can see that.
Or a liver. I don't even know what that is.
Huh.
Oh, fuck. And these are the side effects of being struck by Elsa's powers.
You hesitated.
Nope.
Yeah.
Depends.
What you need is a little help from the love snowman.
Also,
No.
I love the visual of the red in the ice palace.
Yeah. Also, screw the dinosaur reference. That dinosaur reference. I rather love the whole movie, but I just don't like the love monkey.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you have to reference that? I tried to purge that film from my mind.
Reference what?
Wait.
This guy. This
Are
guy
you
has
legitimately
waves.
asking YGM?
It's Disney's dinosaur, Wedgium.
Ooh, Steam. Ooh, and it's got a sale. Nope. Let's go. But the sales.
So wait, hold on. Hold on. He never had parents. Then so what? He and Sven were just,
It's implied that they took him in after the events of Frozen Heart.
Then why?
Basically, he's an orphan.
Then why did it seem? Then
Well,
why did it seem?
Either that or he's an orphan. One of the two.
Then
One of the
why
two.
did he seem like he actually had feeling when he was getting ice along with the adults in Frozen Heart?
It's less that and more him being vague so as to build up to the reveal.
Why aren't you running? Hi, Balboa. Hi, is there your name Balboa?
Oh my god, was that fucking
Yes, because it's Rocky.
God, son of a bitch.
But plus, don't ask these trolls to sing pop songs because trolls already did it years later.
No. That'd be too much.
Ah! I passed the kidney stone. That's hilarious.
So Bolda is voiced by Maya Wilson.
Yeah. I don't think they're trolls.
Also regretting the two. They fucking. Oh, they fucking.
Yeah. You know, I'm not sure if they're really trolls. I would have expected them a lot of profanity and be using the web a lot.
Oh, damn it. Of course you go there.
Now I'm gonna say in record that I don't like this song from the movie.
Yeah, this is honestly the weakest song in the soundtrack.
This one's kind of like obligatory. Hey, are these two gonna be the couple? Kind of song.
Yeah, it's the matchmaking song. I'm well aware of that. Because
Obligatory, but it kind of
it's
halts
the
the
obligatory
story in
matchmaking
hindsight.
song, but it falls flat. Yeah,
Also, that's not even. Also, this movie's not making a Lion King reference thanks to that song because it's not. The way they sing it, it seems like Timon would say, "Oh, talk about your freaks are out there."
Yeah. Also, look, I get it. It's them employing the law of the universe. Parents tend to matchmake for their kids at times. But in this case, they're already effectively together.
Well, there's chemistry, but they're not together yet.
Yeah, there's clear
You could say they're not
chemistry.
together.
So why set them up when they're already setting themselves up with each other?
Yep.
This kid had a point.
This kid does have a point. Engagement isn't certified unless a woman has a ring around her finger. Not around her finger as they're engaged, or what is specifically an engagement ring.
That's a good throwaway lyric, but too bad it's on a bad song for me. No, weak song. Sorry. It's weird that I like Olaf's rap part.
Now back to
Wow.
back to the back to the
Back
story.
to the plot.
No, George Lucas didn't direct this movie.
Hey.
If you already know what movie I'm talking about, you'll know.
Oh, are you talking about
A movie called Strange Magic, directed by George Lucas, an animated film that takes an adaptation from A Midsummer Night's Dream. Also, it's a
You know what I think they could have done?
karaoke musical.
What?
Like
Strange Magic.
oh, this wouldn't this
No, he's asking
like acknowledging
about
the
what he thinks they should have done instead.
Oh.
or more so like acknowledging the fact that this isn't the first time he's seen her, and then Anna's like, "Wait, I've met you before."
They don't really acknowledge that for some reason.
That's weird because they've met before.
Also,
Yeah.
inquiry. How is it that Kristoff doesn't realize the fact that the little girl he saw when he was a kid was Anna?
And he
Yeah, they
didn't
kind of
realize it was
don't
her the
ignore.
whole time.
Maybe he doesn't remember.
He's not the brightest bulb. He's not the brightest bulb in the box.
I say we kill the beast.
I mean, that's effectively what
Holy
they're all
shit!
doing.
Oh, great! It evolved to Crystalak from Godzilla Unleashed.
Wow.
I understood that reference. Run! Run, Elsa, run!
Run with those
Anna,
beautiful
what you need is a
legs.
companion. I know this one Titan from this movie. Her name is Shimo. I think you two would have gotten along.
I think so.
Well, that was close.
Yeah.
Very. Something that Maui did to Tamatoa.
So this is like
Yahoo!
chemo.
And we'd never see that again. That thing again.
You may never know. I mean, he reappears in the end credit scene, so
Mm-hmm. I know, that's the joke.
like I mean the end credit scene of this movie, just so you know.
The after credit
Mhm.
scene.
Moments like
Well,
this
that's
make you
thanks
really.
for stopping her.
Moments like this make you legitimately believe that Hans is a good guy, because why, if he was a good guy, why would he care if Elsa lives?
Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. So that makes what happens after. Well.
Also,
We'll
her
get to
gasp
it. We'll
is
get to
cute.
it. Like we already hinted at it, but we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, her gasp is cute.
Little random thing to find cute, but eh.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Either or someone sent her to the dungeon, or someone's into some kinky shit.
No.
I mean, you can use bladed. I'm pretty sure you can use. I mean, not sure. Also, wait. Emo has her own atomic blast.
Yeah. It's like
Huh.
it's an ice. It's like basically an ice beam.
Yeah, that's cool.
We'll do what we can.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
This is why you should have. See, what you should have done is put fucking gloves on her and then put her in the chains.
Yeah, there you
Actually,
go.
Yeah.
And then put gloves on. Yeah, glove her hands, then restrain her.
Yeah.
I love that punchline. Stay out of sight, Olaf. I will. Hello. Ah, it's alive.
And of course, they look at each other before the gates closed. Really?
And if that's the case, then for all intents and purposes, Arendelle will as a society. Also, considering her hair is white, I guess you can say that that Elsa's or that Anna's been struck by, and she's been hit by.
And here we go.
Oh, great! This trope.
Here comes the twist.
Now that for them to finally kiss.
And twist here. Yeah, this fucker's been stringing her along.
Dun dun dum.
Dum dum
did struck a chord with some people because it does make him intimidating.
I don't know, like Sentai usually likes to do. Bum bum bum. Dramatic reverb.
I think the issue is
there was no build up to this.
Yeah, this comes
and it feels
right
contradictory
out of nowhere.
It does. Like, it does. A few scenes ago, he showed legitimate concern for Elsa, and now you're telling me that he's a dick all along?
Yeah.
Yeah. See why people... Which, you want to know what makes this all the more frustrating? The first twist villain we got was in the Disney animated film that was released a year prior. In the form of Turbo.
Yeah, and he's voiced by Alan Tudyk, which he previously voiced as later on.
Which is ironic.
Also, no, you haven't.
No, you haven't. You impudent little
mongrel.
No,
because thanks to you, you gave a certain character something to do, a purpose to do.
A purpose to be, yeah. Also, way to lie to your subordinates.
What do you expect? He's a politician.
Fair enough. Furthermore, yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks, you little.
And they didn't even check if there's no ring or anything.
You impudent little whelp. He doesn't deserve to be referred to as a mongrel because he's acting like a petulant little child that doesn't get his way all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Apologies for acting so incensed, but he is my least favorite modern Disney character.
Like, again, this comes right the hell out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this started what people call...
Furthermore, this just isn't how you write a face heel turn, period.
Yeah. It doesn't help that films afterwards tried doing the twist villain with the same results.
Thankfully, the writers...
The villain from Big Hero 6, Zootopia...
Well, now hold on. I will defend and the villain from Big Hero 6.
At least with him, he actually made it clear that he was malicious by the second act.
Yeah, it wasn't safe for a third act twist.
I think he does suffer from being like, oh, it's his fault for trying to save me. I don't know.
Alistair Cray
died.
Yeah. Alistair Cray, who hilariously enough, that's another case of two nickels because he was also voiced by Alan.
No. That was the millionaire.
Oh,
Callahan is voiced by a different actor.
Yeah, Yokai.
Alistair Cray is Tudyk.
Yeah, we're talking about Yokai.
Right, my mistake.
Yeah.
Which you want to know what I appreciate regarding Big Hero 6? For Honey Lemon, they actually used the bilingual aspect of the fact that her VA's that Genesis Rodriguez is bilingual by having her reprise her role as Honey in the Latin American Spanish dub.
Oh, that's cool.
Interesting.
Something that not a lot of Disney projects do when they're dubbed into different languages.
Some
Hey, the
some
comedic
do,
effect
but
is
it depends on
useful.
who.
Also, bonus points to Olaf for being a brave little hero here.
Yeah.
He's been
The comic relief is helping save the day.
Yeah, the comic relief is being contributory to the plot for once. It's being contributory to the plot for once. Hell, you want to know what this reminds me of?
What?
The brave little toaster.
Aww.
I mean, it's in his name.
Right, yeah, but I like this movie.
No, I'm just saying. I mean the fact that they both share the same quality of bravery.
Yeah. And you just don't know that?
So yeah, she's oblivious to Kristoff's advances.
Oh, what a good friend!
His line is
he's
still
literally
good.
he's literally willing to die for for Anna's sake.
Yeah.
Protecting other friends from bad people is
I like
Yeah.
how he used the icicle as a telescope.
yeah. Or well, not a telescope, as a hold on. A spike. That's actually RedRob. That isn't him using it as a telescope. That's him using it as a spyglass.
Well, it's technically both.
It is both, but it has a name. It has its own unique. It has its own name, is what I'm trying to say. Also, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
Speaking of, oh no, we've already passed that.
Yeah. Jump, slide.
Oh no,
I mean, I know
Olaf, you
that-
packed on a few pounds. Never mind, you're fine.
Thankfully, snow's soft. But yeah, I mean, she isn't riding aloft a skateboard, but it still works, and she slid out of something. Let's go faster! Let's go faster!
All aboard! This is the Polar Express.
I understood that reference.
Refresh my memory.
Polar Express.
Polar Express.
Oh right, yeah. Which that movie gets unjust hate.
I remember
isn't
seeing
the
it once,
best
but
Christmas movie, but it's a serviceable one.
Yeah,
I enjoy it personally.
So do I.
same.
No, you have Tom Hanks and Ed Eason.
Oh yeah. Whew.
Oh boy, I gotta prepare something.
Oh boy.
What?
Oh god.
Wait, okay.
This kind of frost kind of reminds me of that one scene back
I need to wait for the exact right moment to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and before that, since Anna has been frozen with her hands. Oh wait.
Sven will live.
But what about Fred?
I thought you were gonna go.
Huh? What's that, RedRob?
He has risen, baby girl.
Fuck!
No, that only works with characters who are actually thought to be dead and not done so as a bait and
Uh-oh.
switch.
Ah, right. Now I remember the meme I created
Oh yeah, with
that
Takaharu.
Boromir meme.
Oh yeah, the Boromir meme.
And it's really one of the first memes I created back in 2017.
She looked like a palette swap color of you. Which means she died.
Whoa.
And the
Oh,
and the blizzard has been cleared.
yeah, and the snowflake stopped in the middle as if they froze in time.
Though it is a case of, how did they know that would work? None of them know how her powers work.
Yeah, nobody does.
Well,
at the very least,
I don't think anyone knew that work. Oh shit!
Oh fuck, here we go.
Oh no.
Get away from her, you bastard!
Damn it! I can't play in the bot. I'll just do the bit. I was frozen today.
There we go.
There it is.
we go.
Also, freeze well.
Freeze well, princely prick. What, nothing?
Too easy.
Fair enough. To do the full line and... Yeah. It takes...
Wait for it.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that it takes Anna to be forcibly frozen as a result of Elsa striking her to make her repentant for
Also-
her earlier actions when they were kids.
Also, and thus the quote-unquote act of true love is not in fact the act romantic love, but familial love.
Yeah.
I love
familial.
that twist.
So do
Now
I.
that's a twist.
So do I, because the whole true love's first kiss doesn't work here.
Well,
Hell,
here's
that
the thing.
trope's
It's
gotten old.
Even though it's a twist I never saw coming, but at the very least, it's a good twist. I never would have minded at first until Maleficent did it again. But it's not, but not in a sense that, and based on the context.
And thus, she now has the confidence to control her powers.
And now
And
she realized
for other people who
and now she
made
realized
memes
what
of
really controls rolls her powers. Love.
Yep.
Her love for Anna.
True love's power.
Her
And-
sisterly love for Anna.
So in other words, you could say that's the power of love.
It's the power
It is
of love.
It is a curious It is a curious thing after all, DL.
And yes, familial love. And for artists who keep drawing that stuff, you get that.
Cut it the fuck out. We do not support the I word in this corner of the internet.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, there we go. All better.
That doesn't broke down every time you order it.
Nah.
He's such a sweet little guy.
No. That's a
Yeah.
McFlurry. Great. Now I want one.
That's a McDonald's reference, but yeah.
I mean,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna, and to Hans. May your soul freeze deeply in cocytus when you inevitably die.
No.
risk.
Mr. Freeze would quote, "Prison haunts." Oh, come on. He goes to jail? Oh, I could have done
His
better.
comeuppance here is very insufficient.
Dungeon you go.
I mean, to be fair, the
Well,
whole
you became a weasel later on after this movie.
To be fair, when it comes
Ooh.
to the whole thing with Hans's punishment, at least it's realistic. And at least you saw something other than just being thrown in the water
And drowning.
Sven acts as if he was at The Price is Right.
Another thing to further how realistic Hans's comeuppance. The system doing time can actually change people for the better and can actually better their character. And the ship has officially dropped
sailed.
Or has officially left port.
Hello. Ooh, new fixation.
He's like a curious little kid.
Oh, great! He's allergic to pollen. Ugh.
I've been there, little guy.
Ooh, now we could do that one episode of Tom and Jerry.
Oh, god damn it!
Oh no!
Speaking of which, the one where they ended up making a little ice rink out of the sink and freezer.
Yeah,
that is such
The
a
way
fun
she
episode.
steps, yeah. Expect anyone would say that.
Yeah, I expect anyone would say that. Yeah, Mice Follies. Yeah.
I only wish this movie would have a reprise choir the same way they did with the other Disney movies, but it kind of made me smile.
It sets it apart. It sets it apart from the rest of the Disney film of the animated film catalog.
Yeah. Oh, and this pop version done by Demi Lovato.
Oh yeah, from Sunny with a Chance and Camp Rock.
Oh yeah, Demi Lovato. Yeah, she doesn't have any baggage at all to her.
Wait, is there an after-credit scene?
Yeah, there's a post-credit scene.
Okay, was just double checking.
Yeah, there is a post-credit scene here.
Just double
there
checking
it is.
because one, it's been years since I've seen this film, and two, the Wikipedia page doesn't necessarily make note of that for whatever reason.
Thanks, Christopher Beck, for bringing us the music of this movie.
Christoph.
Yeah. But of course, we have the Lopez's that gives us the song, so there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve Goldberg. Nice.
It sucks that a film back in 2013 could capture the Disney Renaissance when it wasn't for an anniversary, and yet when they actually tried to do it, people claimed it missed. With Wish, they claimed they missed it by a long shot.
Now that was just sad.
Sadly.
And yet, people, at one point, we are going to look at Wish so we can give our personal thoughts on it, since I haven't seen it personally.
Neither have I, but I will say this. Before we do, we have to look at Once Upon a Studio.
Oh, absolutely. Of course we will.
Right, yeah.
It was bundled with it, after all.
Was?
I'm sorry. What are you gonna?
I believe it was bundled with it, both on the DVD, and I think they did actually include it in theaters at some point.
Which one?
As that movie's short? Huh.
I think so.
Wait a minute. You're talking about Frozen Fever and
No. Once Upon a Studio basically being used was played before Wish.
You know the little
yeah.
short where they feature every Disney character they've ever done in the movies.
Yep. I've
That
seen
one.
it multiple times, and I still get choked up on a lot of things.
Okay, let's fast forward.
Yeah, fast forward.
Just a bit
I
forward.
was tempted to say something, but I would not want to be reminded of that series.
Then don't. We don't judge.
You sure there's a post?
Oh my god! I just realized there's a views and opinions.
Oh yeah, there was. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there is. I recall there was like
even though
something
we
at the
didn't
end.
get to see where that
It's not
is, but there you go.
Important, but it's more of a, oh hey, this is cute.
Holy shit!
Oh right,
marshmallow.
And look what he finds.
Oh my god.
Look.
Yes!
The tiara.
Yeah.
Oh
my god, that's
the don't feel it's news for me. I'm free.
Okay,
how does Russ go?
That was good. That was really good.
That was cute. That was fucking cute. Cute. Okay, all right. So that was Disney's Frozen. Does it still hold up? Yes and no.
Yes and no.
It holds up in a lot of aspects.
Let's start with
pros and cons.
Let's start with the cons real quick. First of all, these are probably the weakest villains I've seen in a Disney film ever.
Agreed.
And the thing I don't really understand looking back on this film is why did we need a twist villain with Hans? We already had a clearly established antagonist, and it's with the Duke of Weselton. And why did we suddenly need or require a twist villain with Hans? We already have an antagonist here. It's like, why don't you finish this candy bar before you open another candy bar?
Yeah. I think the issue they could have done is more like, instead of him being a twist villain,
have him be adversarial.
Not more like a twist villain. He's working with the villain.
Yeah, that he's an associate of the Duke of Weselton's.
Yeah, that would have worked.
Because
which
he would say, Weselton promised me this.
Which you could have easily done that through playing off of the fact that Arendelle and Weselton are political, are tied together when it comes to having an alliance through until Anna takes the throne, until Elsa takes the throne.
You know what would have helped with to bounce off of KR's idea? Yeah. What you do is you have here's what I think you could have done. That would have made it better. So, okay. Let's play out KR's idea of the fact that Hans would be able to be working with the Duke of Weselton. And what I think you could have had earlier on is you have a scene where basically the Duke and Hans speak to each other privately, and they're and in that scene, it honestly seems like Hans is outright defending Elsa, and basically wants to return her to the throne. But then later, when you reveal that twist, we flash back to that scene and we see how it fully plays out. And the Duke basically says, "What if she didn't? What if you remained as as Arendel's ruler, and I ensure you her good trade between our two kingdoms?"
Yeah.
And Hans doesn't say anything, but he gets this smirk on his face, and simply nods. Like, that's it. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Villains can be duplicitous. Yeah, that's a thing. That's something that I feel's been lost in terms of modern animation. Villains can be duplicitous.
Villains can be duplicitous and still make sense. Hell, for fuck's sakes, a lot of the Renaissance Disney villains were duplicitous. Judge Frollo, Scar, Har, Jafar.
Count Frollo, first of all, but yes.
It's Judge Claude Frollo, actually. It's not Count.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Judge Claude Frollo.
But it honestly is somewhat frustrating since it feels like the only reason that they made Hans the villain was just so that they could ensure the relationship between Kristoff and Anna actually happened. And now here's the thing. Go ahead.
I think the only reason it happened, shock value, because they promoted him as the love interest too.
Write a character.
But when you think about it, it's just shock value.
It really is. And the thing is, the whole thing with Hans, it doesn't even work as a good twist because of the fact that he wasn't using that much of the marketing.
Yeah.
In marketing, you're nearly at the end of the movie, and you don't have time to really show how much of a villain Hans is.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It feels like the reason that they did this is because of the fact, it's not only because of shock value, but because they realized, people are going to be expecting Kristoff to be the love interest. We need to shake things up. And here's the thing. If you wanted to...
It's not how you write a love interest, either.
And here's the thing. If you really, really wanted to pull this off, it should have been reflected in marketing. Market Hans as the prince. Market his relationship with Anna. That's how you throw audiences off. Because I immediately suspected something was off due to the fact that I saw all the trailers and TV promos for this film, and they heavily feature TV spots, and they featured not Hans with Anna, but Kristoff.
And
look, I somewhat want to get it. Sometimes you have to bite the bullet when it comes to marketing. But if that's the play,
you can't necessarily show everything off.
Well, not only that, you have to show off some things, and you can't really be duplicitous with the and with those that are selling your merchandise. But if that's the case, you gotta work around it.
So as to piss off investors. But yeah, like DL said, you have to work around this and find a way for it to be inventive with how you do it. You could have had a slight little scene with Hans and Anna, but nothing of the sort. Really.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I commend them for the idea of this. The idea of basically taking those classic Disney Renaissance lessons you were taught as a child and defying them, showing modern day audiences, no, that's not how it works. But
this was executed abysmally.
But
Hans as a character was abysmally executed. Hell, I'll come right out and say it. he's literally a poor man's Gaston.
He kind of is.
Yeah.
Throughout a majority of the film, his nearsightedness and selfless nature is derived from his want of honor.
Well, here's the worst part here. Any sort of selfish or villainous nature to him is completely unknown to us because they depict him as a good person. And it's a classic case of the right hand doesn't know what the left hand wants.
Yeah, which I will say that is in no way how you characterize. Hell,
Look, if you plan to make someone a villain, you gotta either A, establish it right from the get-go, or B, build up to it. This had neither.
Yeah.
which is why people deride not only Hans as a twist villain, but the twist villain concept in general.
Hans ruined the very concept of the twist villain. And the thing is, the twist villain is not a bad concept. It's execution that's the issue.
Yeah, like we always stress when it comes to this. It isn't. There's no such thing about a bad. There's no such thing as a bad idea. What is a
well,
thing?
There are some cases where there are just flat out bad ideas, but still.
Yes,
There are almost no bad ideas, but for the most part, it's bad executions.
Yeah, there is always bad execution.
And it really does.
Heck, Pixar has done twist villains really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's tons of great twist villains. Perfect example. Stinky Pete.
Yes, Syndrome. Yes, Syndrome. Lotso.
Stinky Pete.
Ernesto de la Cruz.
Water Noose.
Again.
Yeah.
Stinky Pete from Toy Story 2.
Him too. Yeah.
And the thing is,
Stinky
Pete also works because of the fact that his motivations were ambiguous. And there was some clear mystery built up around.
Not necessarily. Remember, at one point when near the end of the film, he goes on this long diatribe about how the world ended up preferring Astro.
Well, yeah, but there really wasn't much of a.
His motivations are in no way, shape, or form ambiguous. They are explicit.
Well, here's the thing.
Explicit, but also he was the toy that often got forgotten in shelves.
Here's the thing. There was
like how Woody ended up being in terms of the group of toys that we focused on in the first film after Andy got Buzz for his birthday.
Well,
which was a nice
let me rephrase it. There was no clear antagonism present with Stinky Pete.
There you go.
There was no real antagonism present in its own, and due to the fact that they don't make that antagonism clear, it's when the twist comes up that you realize, oh, okay, that actually makes sense. See, let's try and give an example of this as well. This would be like if by the end of Beauty and the Beast you found out that the Beast was actually a monster and the Gaston was
actually a monster and he was actually malicious.
And Gaston was really a good guy all along. You can't just depict someone as being noble and honest in every scene we see them in, and then turn around and say, "Lol, no."
Yeah.
But the villains are easily the worst part about this film, and it is villains in massive air quotes.
You want to know what this is very much a case of?
What?
Occam's razor.
Yeah.
The simplest explanation for a phenomenon is usually the correct one.
Yeah, like
either Occam's or Hanlon's razor, one of the other. Because,
but the
actually no, yeah, it's more Hanlon's razor than anything else because that's never a tribute to malice. That which can be that which is adequately explained by stupidity.
Yeah, but yeah, the bottom line
anyway,
is the bottom line is that the villain's the worst part of the film.
We've gone on long enough.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the pros.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I think.
Yes.
I think for the most part that's been the only con. Like.
Yeah.
The rest, movie, any other thing is mostly nitpicking at best.
Hans is terrible. Hans's abysmal characterization aside, this is an amazing film.
It really is
It's still a good movie.
It is still a good film. I do legitimately believe that. I feel that people use the whole thing with Hans as an excuse to basically bash the film too much when there is still legitimate good in it if you look past that.
Yeah.
First of all,
they use it as a derisive. They use it as a derisive crutch.
Yes.
I mean, there are other nitpicks like
there are
the
other
whole
flaws.
Concealing, don't feeling when
Conceal,
the whole
don't feel. Yeah.
That, and when you think about it, they could have told Elsa and Anna the whole time, "Oh, true love is the answer."
Well, here's the thing.
Not necessarily.
Well, here's my counterpoint to that, Care. I don't think they knew.
Yeah, it's clear that their parents were legitimately oblivious to the fact that Anna or that Elsa had powers.
Well, here's the thing. They clearly knew, but the thing is, they didn't know specifics.
They didn't know the specifics of the curse, and as a result, didn't want to frighten and emotionally scar Elsa for life.
Yeah.
Yeah. More than what she would have done anyways.
But yeah. Anna and Elsa are great characters in their own right.
Their dynamic is great. They play off of each other superbly.
And the voice acting for both are top notch.
Oh yeah. Kristen and Adina are amazing together.
Question: was this before or after Wicked?
Long after Wicked.
Long after Wicked, yeah.
Nearly 2 decades.
Well, good to know. It feels like that was the exact reason they were chosen to basically work together.
They were cast. Yes.
Would not be surprised if they were typecasted, because projects like these take time and years.
Honestly, I doubt that they were typecast, and this feels more coincidental.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the case of they asked for both of them to work together due to their chemistry on Wicked.
True. Possibly.
It's not necessarily.
For now, it's just speculation.
Yeah, it's just speculation.
No confirmation.
But they're both great, and they both feel very relatable to little girls in certain ways. The idea of
not to mention they portray how siblings are meant to act with one another extremely well.
Yeah, like Anna is clearly the social butterfly of the two of them. Elsa is more of the loner.
Yeah. Anna's extroverted while Anna's introverted, which
Elsa is an
Elsa's introverted. Elsa's introverted while Anna's extroverted, which that's honestly a good way of that was honestly a good way of presenting that as a means of explaining why they act the way they do, because those the actual term for that group of traits is escaping me at the moment, is eluding me at the moment, but those very much are the social blueprint for how people act. For example, I can like a lot of us here can relate to Anna because we are very extroverted.
I'm more introverted, but still.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, so, yeah. Okay, let me rephrase that. Most of us here can relate to Anna.
I'm more of an omnivert, but sure.
But yeah,
That's not a thing.
They're
one or the other.
They're both. They both have relatable traits to them, and and the thing is, while one should call Anna naive for trusting Hans and being so gun ho about it, keep in mind from her perspective, if she's been and basically like completely isolated from people for so long that she has no idea how to react to these feelings,
and effectively and very much ostracized from her own society.
You can somewhat
to the point of not understanding social cues.
Exactly. You can understand why it is that she reacts in such a way. And wait, it doesn't mean that she's not still naive for doing so. No, far from it. I'm just saying there is an excuse for her to be naive.
There's
an explanation.
Yeah, there's an explanation. Yeah, there's an explanation for her to be naive like this. Yes.
Her naivete is easily explainable. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Then, of course, we have Kristoff, who I like the fact that they don't really build him up much. He's not really much of a savant or anything. He's just, your average Joe. Just a guy trying to make by in life.
Yeah.
I
appreciate that.
And you know what? That's fine. I like the fact that he's not exactly.
He's the norm. He and Anna are the normal people of their.
Not quite. Like Anna, given the fact that she's royalty, but you get the point.
Well, normal in terms of how they act, like around other people, is what I mean.
Well, yeah, but still I appreciate
social status shouldn't, or societal status shouldn't dictate a person's personality.
Yeah, but the point is I like the fact that they made him an average Joe.
Like very normal, despite the fact that he was adopted by trolls.
Which I still question that, given the fact that he acts that. I know that I'm harping on this a little bit too much, but look, if he really was adopted, why did they give the impression that the people he was basically getting ice with were related to him in any way? You could have shown him.
He never said that.
Well, here's the thing.
He never said that.
It's more like he just works with them.
He just works with them. You're trying to
explain. Let me explain.
All right.
Go ahead.
The visual cues they gave us did not really indicate that he was orphaned. If they had shown him farther away from them and just, replicating what they do, that would make more sense to me. But he's literally standing next to them. You're telling me that if you saw that normally, you wouldn't think, oh, those people know him or relate to him somehow.
Not really. Besides, ice cutting is just a profession, dude.
It's just a profession.
You're very much like.
I think they kind of sort of do it visually with, like, the rest of the crew doing the job while he's like by himself, like trying to get one.
By himself.
I guess, but it's a little bit, but it's not as obvious.
Yeah, but honestly, subtext is a thing. First of all. And secondly, there was clearly no implication. They just worked together. He just so happened to share the same profession despite his age.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Uh, I also like the fact that they much like Tango, they forego the idea of the talking animal thing and just literally had Sven just be a normal reindeer.
I like that.
Yeah, the animals don't need to talk, but a talking snowman, if a lot of people will say it's out of line, well, I wouldn't say that. It's just Elsa's magic happens. But animals don't need to talk.
A talking snowman makes sense due to the fact that it's magic.
Magic.
Yeah, magic. You don't have to explain it.
Do not even
do
not even go there. Anyway, but wait. But still, although it makes sense in the context of here due to the fact that they established that. What's that? It's not really something like out of this world or impossible. If they didn't establish magic, then okay, you'd be raising an eyebrow. But no, they clearly established magic, which is okay.
Yeah. Also, DL, I wasn't referencing what you think I was referencing. I was more referencing the whole meme of the D&D animated series Dungeon Master.
That wasn't the whole thing. I was just trying to basically state my point on why it was a magic snowman makes sense.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
Never mind.
but Olaf is not a bad comic relief at all. He's not annoying or anything like that. He's just, curious and and innocent, and shall we say? In fact, you can say
the cinnamon bun of the group.
In fact, you can legitimately say that Olaf represents the innocence that Anna and Elsa once had as children.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which it works in that way.
Especially given the fact that, they built him as children.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, exactly. They built him as children, so it makes sense that when Elsa's powers when Elsa lost control of her powers, she would provide him with sentience.
I think it was a case of she didn't realize that she did so, but it was more of a case of it was
inadvertent, but I can see what you think. Yeah, I can see what you think, but finish your thought.
It's clear that
I totally get that
the
it wasn't an
implication,
accident, despite her magic basically implicates that she gave an ice or a snowman life.
I think the implication that they have is that Elsa basically, to cope with her current situation, and try to remember the happy time she had with Anna, and thus that inadvertently gave life to Olaf, since one of her happier memories was playing in the snow with Anna, and one of the things they made in the snow was Olaf.
Exactly. Not to mention, Olaf, in terms of how he acts, is very childish.
He is childish. He is innocent, and that is a perfect word to use for him. Innocent. And he doesn't realize about the things in the world, and it makes sense since I'm going to speculate that he's meant to represent the innocence the two who had as children that they no longer have as adults.
As adults, yeah.
And also, the animation for this movie is absolutely gorgeous. Yes.
Despite this being entirely CG, they very much make it work.
It works for CG, and the thing that also works is how vibrant they make it. And the way that they basically animated the ice and such like that, it does look, well, magical. Oh yeah. It has an otherworldly feel to which I get the impression that was the idea.
And
It is
and
great
to be
looking
fairly
back and
honest
seeing
about the
how.
backgrounds, yeah, to be fairly honest about the backgrounds of this movie, it turns out to be very beautiful because despite you don't make like places with snow beautiful, but this movie kind of proves everyone wrong.
Yeah, it's all about how you basically design it and design it. Yeah, though I like the fact that as the movie goes on, the snow gets harsher and and things get pointier, emphasizing in how dangerous it's becoming.
Yeah.
Which I like.
So do I.
Lastly,
I have to
let's
look back on the animation because I remember back in the day when people were like harping a little bit because there was like accusation of them doing what they call same face, where Anna, Elsa, and the mom have a similar face, and I'm like,
they're
you do know they're
related.
related, right?
Yeah,
And they're like,
yeah.
their faces are similar to Rapunzel.
No,
It's a
they're
similar
not.
animation.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, wait, no,
fucking
no.
aren't.
I'm like, are you sure we're watching the same movie?
Yeah.
Thankfully, years later, the stylizations have changed, so nowadays I
This-
could appreciate
Could
this
you
nowadays.
could you see the could you
Are
could
your
you
eyes
be
for
any-
decoration?
Are your eyes for decoration? Thank you for employing the chiseled line.
But yeah. Now, lastly, let's talk about the music. And the score for this movie is, it's beautiful, beautiful. Like not just the vocal
People
tracks, but the
remember
instrumental.
Well, yeah, definitely. Well, people remember the soundtrack. It's the score that makes the story excel.
The beautiful orchestral pieces is to play at times. The excellent instrumentals of some of the soundtrack that's used as leitmotif. It's beautiful.
Used as a leitmotif, yeah.
Oh, and yes, of course, we do have to talk about the vocal tracks. Yes, I am aware where these things have been parodied to hell and back, and I know that everyone is fucking sick of Let It Go. We all are aware of this, but there's a reason why.
Yeah,
it was a good song.
Yeah, it's an actually good song.
Like here's the thing.
As much as people tend to deride and bemoan it,
the reason why it is basically played and heard so much is because it's a good fucking song. And if that's the reason why people are playing it often, to that I ask, how is that a bad thing? I mean, yes, I understand people can get sick of that. I know
also,
this.
I get that songs can be overplayed.
But if they're overplayed for a good reason, even and no one's really getting hurt, what's the harm?
Yeah. No harm, no foul, as it were.
Yeah. And I like Let It Go. I like some of the songs in his film. Not all of them are absolute masterpieces, but all of them have their own charm in some way. Again, like I said before, and several times during this riff, this feels like a modern day Disney Renaissance film. The singing, the messages, the writing.
The comedy too.
Yeah, this concept would very much not be out of place in the Disney Renaissance. That's the point that we've been consistently trying to illustrate.
Now, at the end of the day, is this film perfect? Fuck no! Oh, it's close, so close to be in a good in a masterpiece Disney film, but it falls flat in certain areas. Yes, and some people can make some arguments as nitpicks for this film, and I will somewhat understand them. Like, we don't learn much about Kristoff. We don't learn much about the kingdom of Arendelle, and such like that. And you know what? Yes, those are valid points. But I don't feel.
Though, in hindsight, you know what was a missed opportunity?
What?
For Frozen? Let's see. There was another movie that came out previously that would later get a TV series. Later on, that this movie would get a sequel.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I'm surprised they never.
The fact that Tangled got an animated series, but for whatever reason, Frozen to this day has yet to have gotten such.
I think I might understand why.
Or
what?
I was gonna suggest more a crossover episode.
That would have been interesting.
Establish that I'm gonna visit. You could probably say it's a prequel or something like.
Yeah.
And that's why we would see Rapunzel appear as a cameo at the coronation.
Yeah.
And not only that,
hey Blinker, you missed a cameo, but yes, a cameo nonetheless.
In there too, but sure.
But and I think I might know why it is that Frozen didn't get its own animated series while Tangled did. I'm going to guess the idea there's like rules at Disney wherein if you're not going to be if there's no plans for an actual proper sequel, well, then you get more carte blanche to do what you want with spin-offs.
Yeah, that seems the most likely scenario, because aside from the series, they've done nothing with Tangled, and honestly, I'm glad they haven't. Because while yes, some of the live-action Disney films have merit to them, a grand majority of them don't.
And the thing is, people have outright said that Tangled the series is even better than the film.
Even expanding on a lot of aspects that the film neglected to include.
And for those who are wondering, yes, at one point we will look at Tangled, at the first Tangled movie, along with the series, but those things take time.
Yeah. Besides, we have quite the large plate when it comes to content as is. So
yes. Honestly, I feel that this film still has some merit to it, even after all these years. Again, I said it once, and I'll say it again. I love the fact that this film outright tried to defy the classic Disney Renaissance tropes and try and tell them for a modern-day audience. Because the fact of the matter is, some of the messages that are promoted in the classic Disney Renaissance films, they're not good nowadays.
Yeah, they've aged poorly, and in some cases, terribly.
Like, the fact of the matter is, in most cases, the fact of the matter, like, a perfect example, Snow White.
Well, okay, DL, something that you're not seeming to realize is the Disney Renaissance is a particular era of
the 80s and 90s.
Fair enough. But
89,
I would say Disney classics.
Yeah, Disney classics and the Renaissance era. Some of the messages they promote are not good now. Nowadays.
Yeah, they've aged poorly, and in some cases terribly. Like DL was going to mention, and this is something that we've come to discover as part of the terribly received, as part of the bomb that is live-action Snow White. But the messages that Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs teach, those have aged abysmally over time.
And the fact of the matter is, even though the film tried to promote better messages, it was fighting an uphill battle to begin with. Another her Disney film with bad morals and messages, Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, true love can't be quantified throughout can't be quantified through a kiss.
Look. Let's not even kid ourselves. As much as many people would like to say otherwise, true love is an absolute farce.
Yeah, that too.
You are not guaranteed to find your true love that quickly. You are not guaranteed to find your true love.
Your soulmate.
Your soulmate just like that. It's not easy. Hell, look at us! We still haven't found girlfriends, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Or boyfriends in YGN's case, but that's not the point.
Yeah. But that's besides the point.
Boyfriends, girlfriends, partners, etc.
The fact of the matter is true love is not a real thing. And
it's a farcical concept.
It is. And honestly, I appreciate the fact that Disney realized this with this film. They realized, this isn't a good message nowadays. We should probably do something different. Right.
Yeah. Love takes time.
Love takes time, and more importantly, it's not something done in a day.
Okay, let's put it this way: unconditional love.
Yeah, unconditional love, marriage, shit like that. It is not done in one day. It is never.
It is not instantaneous.
It is not. It is never done in one day. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you legitimately believe that the person you have met after one date is going to be the person you marry, I am sorry to tell you are living in a goddamn fantasy.
You are deluded and deserve to be committed to a mental institution.
No. Living in a delusion.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, Flutter, but
yeah, you're deluded.
It sucks, but it is the truth.
Yeah.
Truth. Overall, Frozen is still a film that holds up to this day. It's not perfect, but for
any stretch of the imagination.
But for what it is still a damn good film. Good film that deserves to be recognized for the quality and prose that it has to it.
And well-written story that it contains.
And I totally get why it deserves to be nominated for an Oscar for Best Animated Feature, but also Best Featured Original Song, Let It Go. So there's some major good parts, but it's not as extremely perfect as anyone say it is, and nor it's the worst thing that anyone say it is.
Yeah. It is not. Fucking hold on. It is not Strange World.
Thank you. Oh, wait, what?
Remember, that film legitimately lost Disney money.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that film.
Oh, that was basically
Quoterat demonstrandum. My point. Exactly. Which that sucks because that film introduces Walt Disney Animation Studios' first openly LGBTQ main character.
Wow.
Yeah.
That does suck.
Though in hindsight, that ended up causing the film to be pulled out of a theatrical release in some regions. Looking at you, China.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Neither here nor there.
But yeah, overall, I give it solid A.
Yeah, an A is perfect.
Ice solid. Had to get a nice pun there somehow.
Okay, that was good. That was very good. But yeah, I give it an ice solid A. It's A. Honestly, if you basically passed on this film because of what people said,
because of its overexposure,
we recommend you go back and give it a second chance. Is it?
Yeah.
Again, it's not perfect, but for what it is still a damn good film. and and if you got kids, it's first of all, we all some of us envy but if you got kids or
I don't. I mean, I'd like to have kids, but I'd prefer the less.
Anyway, but the point is, if you have kids or young relatives, this is a good film to show to them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's really a good film, and this film basically gives a solid message of stranger danger in modern times. Sure, Snow White did it, but it's not like it's gonna make any better or anything better.
It didn't really land in. Okay, counterpoint, RedRob. It didn't really land in Snow White because by the end of the story, Snow White ended up falling to the whims of a stranger.
Yeah,
I like the fact that this film,
albeit under a disguise, but a stranger nonetheless.
Also, let's not.
Yeah.
Also, the thing I like also about this film, looking back, is the fact that it demonstrates the modern day tactics of deceitful men who basically try and get their way with women. And like these are tactics that are used nowadays, that men will use to manipulate women, and they will not even realize it. And this film, gave a perfect demonstration of those kind of people.
Which is
why
I enjoy this film even more over the passage of time after having to defend my own mother from an extremely narcissistic boyfriend in the past.
But the fact of the matter is that nowadays, when it comes to relationships, you've got to be careful on who you trust.
That and you have to be communicative at every juncture.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that you understand who it is that you are friends with, and if you really don't, you got to find out soon, or bad things might happen. And trust is a valuable thing, and it's not something that should be treated lightly.
Oh, not in the slightest.
But yeah, folks, I am curious when it comes to the Broadway musical on what exactly is that they changed, since I know that Broadway musicals don't usually change much from the original source material, but I do know that they do make changes in certain areas. So I'm curious what exactly they might have done, or they changed, or hell, what could they have fixed? Like, well, let's think about this. There's a lot more songs in this film. For all we know, in the Broadway musical, Hans could have gotten a villain song to himself.
Yeah, that's something I want to see.
That would be interesting. Like,
here's the thing. We know, thanks to marketing, the film has at least 12 brand new musical numbers. So for all we know,
the recorded performance.
The recorded performance has at least 12 brand new songs. So for all we know, we could at one point get a song on where Hans.
As far as go ahead.
Where Hans actually has a personal inner monologue to himself. Now, yes, I could be completely wrong, but there's no saying for sure, especially when it comes to these Broadway musical adaptations. They have to, because keep in mind, they have to extend a lot of things. Most Broadway musicals,
they have to expand upon a lot of things.
Hell, perfect example with the Aladdin musical. They actually referenced the fact that Aladdin had a mother.
Which is something that the animated version tried to do with Proud of Our Boy, but consistently failed.
Well, the problem is, Proud of Your Boy was never even included in the original version, nor in the live-action version.
Yeah, in either version. Hell, also DL. Okay, so
don't look. I'd rather not find out until we actually see it.
Fair enough. Though I won't explain further, but prepare to be disappointed.
Anyway, but
Well, that's telling.
Anyway, but still though, I am excited to see how the musical version adapts the story. Like, will the changes be good? Will the changes be bad? Will there even be that many changes at all? Oh, who's to say?
Yeah, who's to say until we find out?
Yeah.
Okay, my mistake. Never mind. You might.
Anyway,
I'm not entirely sure. I haven't seen the Broadway musical myself either.
but
so.
yeah, that's going to do it for this edition of the TGCO film reels. It's time for the sign-offs.
I have been your flamboyant flyer footer and 98 Sing Saran Flyer. At least it's not myself. I have been your gauging outlaw Flutter Guy 98 saying, "Holster up, outlaws." Fuck. See what I mean? See what I mean?
It'll take a while to get used to.
Yeah, see what I mean when I say we're experiencing quite a bit of growing pains.
Anyway.
I've been here so long, I don't know anything. I'm saying goodbye.
I just saw what you posted in meme land. That's
oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that is funny. Anyway, this has been your wandering outlaw, KR36, saying, don't marry someone in a day. Give them some time, to see who they really are. Because you never know who you could be meeting. You could be meeting a handsome man, or an absolute train wreck, or maybe a snowman.
Do you want
But
to
as
build
always,
do you want to build a snowman though?
It doesn't have to be a snowman. It could be a snow castle or an igloo. But as always, be sure to start off your mornings or days or evenings with a simple thumbs up.
And I have been your Red Disney Maniac RedRob Ranger here to remind you that Disney means believing. To believe that, allow me to break the ice here.
No. See, that doesn't work if you don't do the voice. Let me show you it's done here.
Oh, you mean
here?
Allow me to break the ice.
No. Let me show you how it's done, amateur.
I'll give it a B.
Here, allow me to break the ice.
And yeah, his name is Hans. Learn it well. It is basically the seeming sounds of your doom. Literally, any person who acts like Hans will be your undoings. Please watch over yourself. There will be men out there will act like Hans. And good night.
And that's why we don't talk about Hans.
No.
Yes.
No, wait, no, that's Bruno. Never mind.
I mean, I'd much prefer Bruno over this princely prick.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And I, of course, have been your game master outlaw deal about 2016. Reminding you that there are no cheat codes in life, but there are hints and tips. And today's hint is if you have a choice between one of two men, and go for the Sven in your life. Don't go for the Hans. Only villains go for the Hans.
I'm gonna tell him.
If you understood that reference, you get a cookie.
Also, Chris.
I'm gonna tell him. You mean Kristoff?
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
Nell's defense, it's late. We're eating.
Yes, it is late. Anyway, but yeah. Go for the Kristoff. Never go for the Hans. Only the villains go for Hans.
Okay.
I said that reference.
Okay, Toshinori.
I'm glad you got the reference anyway. By the time you are seeing this, folks, you will have seen our chaotic retrospective, which I am really hoping goes well, since we are going to be recording that tomorrow, hopefully.
In lieu of the fact that we will likely not be doing D&D on account of the fact that DL's dad has been invited out somewhere.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, but yeah. Have a good.
We'll play without him since he's our DM.
Yeah. Have a good night, folks. Take care. Here, and we'll see you all next time. Freeze in hell!
Freeze in hell, hordes!
Also,